What's going on, everybody? It's Brian, and we're doing a quick little update here for our buddy build that we're doing with our friend Brian over at B.A.S Dry Dock. And he's kind of dubbed this the Double Bry buddy build, which I kind of think is funny. But yeah, we're working on the what's this the Shelby GT-350, and turns out that GT-350 does not mean horsepower. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of stories that what the 350 is supposed to stand for, and I don't think any of them are true stories. I think, I think it's one of those situations where somebody was in the office going, "Yeah, we need a number for this car. What do you think?" I don't know. 350 sounds great. Oh, cool. Or somebody said, "Hey, we need a number for this car," and somebody else said, "I'm leaving work at 350." Perfect. Let's use that. You know, any story you want to tell is probably a good story about how that number came up. Anyway, I digress. First off, I want to say thanks to Mr. Brian over at B.A.S Dry Dock, because he did say some very kind things about not only me personally, but how I build. And I appreciate that very, very much, Brian. Thank you very much for that. I do know you as a personal friend, and I think that you are a great builder as well. And you're very kind to your dog. So that's, I mean, that says a lot, right? Brian said that I like to make things a little bit on the grimy side, and a little sneak peek. Yeah, we like things on the grimy side. So then no, we will not be doing that to the 350 here. What we've been tinkering with, and we're just going to zoom in real fast. What we've been tinkering with on this guy is trying to trace out where our separation lines are for the mold, so we can go ahead and address those. We did glue on the rear panel here just to see how well that's going to fit, and there's quite a lip right here, so I'm thinking about taking that down. This side here fits a lot better than the other side, the passenger side. There's a little bit of a gap in there. We can fill that no problem. And then we'll take this down a little bit too, so that it's a little bit smoother on there, because there is a little bit of a lip, if you can hear that. It doesn't show up very well on camera because it's all black. Up on the front, we do have the front glued in place. And why did we glue these in place? Well, a few people that have written in on comments and stuff, and also my good friend James had mentioned as well. Glue these pieces on before you get to final assembly, because you will be in for a poop show. I tell you what. Hey, I'm watching my language. You will be in for a poop show, because the fit and finish on this isn't that great. So we're addressing that nightmare right now. And then hopefully we won't have any issues a little bit later on. So we have done a full mock-up of the interior, and sadly you can see the tape still on here, but sadly I dropped it just before I started filming, and it's it's everywhere. So also thus my sour demeanor today. But yeah, so we did a full mock-up of the interior just to see, you know, with firewall and everything, to see what we would be in for trying to mate everything together in final assembly. And it looks like we can cheat it. We can cheat it really, really well. Now, we did talk to Brian yesterday, because he did call us in a bit of a panic about the core support and how that fits up inside there. If we glue the front on, can we still get the core support in there? Yes, we can. It's going to slide right up in there. The way that part is designed is it'll slip right in there, and it will match right up to the fronts of the inner fender wells. So that's kind of nice. However, we have lights that we have to put in. Now, that's not going to be much of an issue. We can tuck them in from behind all the way around, but right here, with the core support in place, we won't be able to get the lights in. So the lights will have to go in before the core support. Not a big issue, but it is something that's easily overlooked. So I will be making a note in my instructions, because why? I'm old and I forget things, such as does not contain super glue or transparent parts, you know, just so I don't have problems in the future with transparent parts being foggy. So that's kind of the plan right now. As far as getting this thing into primer, it's not going to happen this week, I tell you. We're gonna do our absolute best on this, make sure that we do a really good job, because we are doing the Eleanor paint scheme on that, and even though it's going to be sort of like a clone of the Eleanor car, it's not going to be 100% that, but I do want to do my absolute best so that when we put down our splash paints on here, it's going to look the part. So something else we've been tinkering with is the tires. These are the resin cast tires that came with the rim set that I got. These are some parts box tires, and there is a noticeable difference in the diameter. So there's quite a bit of a difference there. I don't like these so much because they are very, very tall, and the rims would that are blurry would pass right through these things if I set them in there. So we found some tires in the tire box that do fit the rims really, really well, and I think we got a winner there. So we're going to go with those. I wonder if it's a situation of this particular black resin doesn't shrink as much as the white resin does. I'm not an expert on resins, but they have been in my part stash for about 2 years now, so it's hard to know. And also, we're just looking at our engine parts. I just kind of had the idea of maybe just spraying the color that we want and just being like, okay, there you go, the engine's in the car. This is the only way I can catch up to Brian right now. So that's basically what we got going on, guys and gals. Thanks for tuning in again. Brian, thanks for doing this buddy build with us. I'm having a lot of fun talking to you about things and options and colors and stuff like that. So let's keep it going. All right, y'all, take it easy, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Bye now.